Welcome back to Chess Thoughts. I'm your host, and today's episode is one I think many of us can relate to at some point in our lives, feeling stuck. You know that feeling when you're in a rut? Maybe you're stuck in a job that no longer excites you, a relationship that feels stagnant, or perhaps your personal goals have stalled, and no matter what you do, you can't seem to break free. It's like you're spinning your wheels but not moving forward. But here's the good news. You're not alone, and you can escape that stuck feeling. Today, we're going to talk about why we get stuck, how to recognize it, and most importantly, what steps you can take to get unstuck and start moving forward again. Before we jump into how to get unstuck, let's first talk about why we feel stuck in the first place. Often, we get caught in a cycle because we're afraid of change, we're uncertain about the next steps, or we feel overwhelmed by the choices in front of us. Sometimes life becomes so familiar, so routine, that we settle into what's comfortable, even when it's not fulfilling. Here are a few common reasons people feel stuck. The fear of failure. We worry that if we try something new or make a change, we might fail. So, we stay in situations that feel safe, even if they're not making us happy. The second one is perfectionism. Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect set of circumstances can keep us from moving forward. We get stuck waiting for things to be just right before we act. Then we have the lack of clarity. Sometimes we don't know what we want or where we want to go next. Without a clear direction, we just drift along without making real progress. And finally, overwhelm. The tasks or decisions ahead seem so daunting that we don't know where to start. So, we don't start at all. Sound familiar? Let's break down how to overcome each of these barriers and escape that stuck feeling. The first step in getting unstuck is to acknowledge where you are and how you feel. It might seem simple, but a lot of times we try to ignore or push away feelings of frustration or stagnation because we don't want to deal with them. But pretending everything is fine won't help you move forward. So, take a moment and be honest with yourself. Where do you feel stuck? How long have you been in this place? What is it that you're really feeling? Fear, frustration, confusion? Acceptance doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're facing the reality of your situation, which is the first step toward making a change. Once you've acknowledged that you're stuck in something, the next step is to gain clarity about what you actually want. Now, this doesn't mean you need to have your whole life plan figured out, but it's important to have some direction. Often, we stay stuck because we don't know where we want to go. Ask yourself, what do I want to change? What would progress look like for me? If you're not sure about the end goal, that's okay. Focus on a general direction or area of improvement. Maybe you want more fulfillment in your career, better relationships, or to feel more confident. Once you have even a small sense of where you want to go, you'll have something to work toward. One of the biggest reasons we stay stuck is because we feel overwhelmed by the enormity of the changes we need to make. It's easy to think, I don't know where to begin, or it's too hard to make this big leap. But here's the key. You don't have to make huge changes all at once. Start small. Focus on one thing you can do today that moves you even slightly in the right direction. It could be as simple as sending an email to network for a new opportunity, spending 15 minutes brainstorming ideas for a passion project, Committing to one action that improves your health, like going for a walk or preparing a healthy meal. Small actions create momentum, and once you start building that momentum, it gets easier to take bigger steps. Sometimes, getting stuck isn't just about your mindset. It's about your environment. When you're surrounded by the same people, routines, and situations every day, it's hard to feel inspired or motivated. To break out of that cycle, try making a change to your environment or daily routine. Here are a few ideas. Change your workspace. Rearrange your desk, find a new coffee shop to work from, or change your commute to give yourself a fresh perspective. Try something new. Sign up for a class, join a club, or start a hobby that gets you out of your usual routine. New experiences can reignite creativity and energy. Or take a break. Sometimes, taking a short break or vacation can help you reset and come back with a fresh outlook. Changing your environment, even in small ways, can create the space you need for new ideas and opportunities to flow. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that keeps us stuck. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. They all work together to convince us that staying where we are is safer than taking a risk. But staying stuck comes with its own risks, like unfulfilled potential and lingering regret. One of the best ways to overcome fear is to challenge your limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? Is this fear based on facts or assumptions? Often, we build up worst-case scenarios in our heads that never actually happen. By questioning those fears and beliefs, you can start to see them for what they are: barriers you've built, not unbreakable walls. Another reason we stay stuck is because we're waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect version of ourselves to emerge. But perfection is an illusion. If you wait for everything to line up perfectly, you'll be waiting forever. Instead, focus on growth, not perfection. It's okay to make mistakes or take detours along the way. What matters is that you're learning, evolving, and moving forward, even if the progress is slow. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. You don't have to go through this journey alone. Sometimes the best way to get unstuck is to seek support from others, whether that's a mentor, a coach, a therapist, or even a friend who can hold you accountable. Talking to someone else can provide fresh perspectives, encouragement, and guidance when you're feeling lost or unsure. And having someone to check in with can keep you on track as you start making those changes in your life. So, to sum it up, feeling stuck is a normal part of life, but it doesn't have to be permanent. Acknowledge where you are, clarify what you want, start with small steps, and change your environment or routine to spark new energy. Challenge your fears, focus on growth over perfection, and seek support when you need it. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope this conversation helps you feel a little less stuck and a little more empowered to make the changes you need to move forward. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it, leave a comment, and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, and remember, small steps can lead to big breakthroughs.